Florence and Kabbalah, go ahead and start with your bowls if you like to play some intro music.
Conch.
I can't hear that. They muted. Frank?
No, they're not muted. Just low.
las paisanas.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Gaia Mama. Thank you, Flow Bear and Kabbalah. That was gorgeous, really. Welcome, everyone. We are so excited you are here this evening with us as Spiritual Unity Movement presents our annual Wesak ceremony. I'm Reverend Nancy Fuller. I'm the Vice President of Spiritual Unity Movement, and the board tonight will present this beautiful legend of the Wesak ceremony. I'd ask quickly, if you haven't done it already, if you would like to be a full participant, which we know you want to be, please have a small glass of water with you. You could go get it now, and a candle that we will light later in the ceremony. So just take a few moments and go do that, and I'll just keep talking about Spiritual Unity Movement. Tonight, you will be a traveler on the path. I greet you and your spiritual unity. I greet you as your Spiritual Unity Movement guide tonight. We take a journey together to the sacred valley to witness and participate in a grand event, one of such importance that your participation is crucial, and we are grateful, so grateful that you are here with us this evening. The purpose of our world healing meditations is to bring people together regardless of their faith or philosophy, to create a positive force of peace and goodwill in the world. We need this more than ever I have seen in my lifetime. We are consciously acknowledging spirit together at the time of the full moon. And tonight it is actually a full moon eclipse, which if any of you later on have a chance, I think you can see it. We meet at this time of the full moon so that we know we are meeting up with other groups around the world that meet at the time of the full moon. Our mission statement is to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community meditation and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend these beautiful world healing meditation ceremonies and all of humanities with the life transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. Aho. So hopefully you've gotten those bowls. I mean, the bowls. No, I'm looking at bowls. You've gotten your bowl, your cup of water and a candle, and we're ready to have Deena give us our opening candle ritual. Take it away, Deena.
Thank you, Nancy. Good evening. We are grateful that you are here on this beautiful Wesak evening. I invite you to light your candle if you'd like to participate in this part of the ceremony. This is our opening ritual. And we begin our full moon meditation this evening with an invocation. Great Father, Mother, God and Goddess, be with us here now. Hold this space sacred from which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowing that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and undivisible. Be still and know, I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and the paths to God are many. In our opening ritual, we will honor the world's religions and the many names of God with a quote from each religion on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the name of divinity is sounded for each of the major religions of the world, after which we will sound the Om. Om is an ancient sacred tone, a deepening, intoning and an intoning of grace. It allows for balance and empowerment, and there is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone. Open to the nuances of this sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each on our own note, in our own time, in a continuing free-form rhythm, creating a beautiful tapestry of healing sound. We honor all religions as expressions of the one God, Great Spirit, Divine Essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. Om. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao spirit arms us with love. Om, Om, Om. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Ishvara, Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, one best worships the Lord through love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. Om. In the tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the divine mother loves, nurtures, and sustains all. Om. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. Om. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is love. Om. In the sacred tradition of First Nations, people of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. Om. In the sacred tradition of Islam, this is love. To fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fly, to fall each moment. Om. In the sacred tradition of all other religions, and you may now together say any additional names of divinity that you would like to invoke. In the sacred tradition, all right, let us now uncross our legs and close our eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And if they're not closed already, and we'll take a long and deep breath in and out, and in and out. As you take another deep breath in, relax and let go of the day. Let go of the people, the challenges, and just be. And when you are ready, put your feeling attention into your heart center and let go, relax. Imagine a bright white, warm sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down into the crown of your head. This beautiful sun is releasing a pure white light, and the light is floating down, filling your head, filling your neck. It's floating across your shoulders and down your arms and out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are enveloped in this pulsating, purifying light of the sun. And as the sunlight continues to float down your body, through your legs and out the bottom of your feet, it washes away all impurities, all imperfections, all pain and dis-ease, washed away deep into the central core of the earth for transmutation. Your body is now filled with divine energy. Right now, in this place, in this moment, you are whole, perfect, and complete. As the light continues to energize, to pulsate and vibrate, allow it to expand out through your auric field, filling the first few layers around you. And next, we extend with every breath that much further and allow the fullness of our field. We're now extended at least 4 feet. And as we continue to feel this perfection of our light body, we allow it to expand. And we allow it to fill the room where we are with divine essence. And as we continue to expand our awareness and divine essence out of the room we're in, or the space we're at, we imagine and intend that we are permeating all of the city where we live with this pure divine essence, all of the county where we are, all of the state. We encompass the entire continent. And we allow it to continue to float out across the globe, enveloping the entire Mother Earth, all of the beings upon her are completely enveloped in this beautiful, pure, divine essence. The white light of love and perfection is now vibrating and pulsating, connecting all of the beings on the planet who gather at this time with conscious intent to heal, to balance, to harmonize, and to unify the islands of light. We, together, have now set the most magnificent vibrational tone for this wonderful Wesak ceremony. Slowly and gently, bring your awareness back. Bring it back to the room you're in, back to the present time. And as you do so, take that deep breath in of connection. Let go of everything else and open your eyes as you're ready. Calm, present, and here now as we take you on this magnificent journey. Enjoy.
The full moon in May is celebrated all over the world, with events honoring the death, the enlightenment, and the birth of the Buddha, in that order. We do not celebrate the physical death of Siddhartha Gautama, the first Buddha, for he did not die a traditional physical death. It is the death of the ego, which led to the awakening of the consciousness, enlightenment, and caused the rebirth known of as the Christ and all beings whom we know of as the ascended masters. This special vibrational frequency of divine expression, known of as the cherished light into the hearts of all humanity. We celebrate peace, compassion, and harmony. Traditionally, At this second festival of spring, we read the legend of Wesak and partake of the Tibetan water bowl ceremony. We are in for a very special night tonight. We are, with your help, reenacting the festival that takes place in the sacred Himalayan valley every year. Many faiths have built shrines to their holy men and women. The Buddhist tradition has what's called the stupa. The stupa is a structure that is built with intent to purify energy and anchor peace, harmony, and compassion. This evening, we will have an opportunity to view the candles at the 4 directional altars of the stupas and place our conscious intent for compassion and the alleviation of suffering of all sentient beings, to heal conditions in our lives as individuals, for our loved ones, and for all beings everywhere. Lighting a candle at the stupa is a very powerful way to purify negative karma and to accumulate merits of the heart. Florence?
Florence, you are up.
Should I keep going?
There's Florence. She's ready.
Preparation for Wesak. It begins 3 days in advance. Hierarchies of light align over a central point in the sacred valley to prepare for the blessings of the Buddha. This full moon, we travel through multi-dimensional time and space. And we participate in the water blessing ceremony, which will accelerate our spiritual evolution. For tonight's event, we suggest, if you haven't already done that, to get some water to bless and a candle to light in your sacred space. As we begin together on Zoom to recreate this powerful event. We begin. The Lord of Civilization will invoke the hierarchies of light and bless the 6 directions of space. Together, we will tune into our higher spiritual being and ignite the divine light in our physical bodies. We have set up the energetic grid. Inhale and breathe in our own divine essence and bless the water. And then you will be instructed as to when you can drink your blessed water. Tonight, we are the light workers setting the tone for humanity in this coming year. We will drink together unified in community in support of God's great plan for Earth, and communion in unison with each other and the great masters. We will then enter into our silent meditation. Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Let us begin. As you inhale, imagine, feel, and see sparkles of purple light. This is the violet light transmuting flame, which is now filling our sacred space, emanating up from the floor, clearing, dissolving, and dissipating all dis-ease, all impurity, all imperfection, all pain and illusion, as it rises up through our bodies and out into the world like a violet, transparent vapor. Brilliant shafts have begun to take place in anticipation and preparation as the sacred space is transformed into the sacred valley.
There is a valley lying at a rather high altitude in the foothills of the Himalayan Tibetan ranges. It is surrounded by high mountains on all sides, except towards the northeast, where there is a narrow opening in the, on all sides, except towards the northeast, where there is a narrow opening in the mountain ranges. The valley is bottle-shaped in contour, with the neck of the bottle to the northeast, and it widens very considerably towards the south. Up towards the northern end, close to the neck of the bottle, there is a huge flat rock. There are no trees or shrubs in the valley, which is covered with a kind of grass. Approaching the time of the full moon of Taurus, pilgrims from the surrounding districts begin to gather. The holy men and the lamas find their way into the valley and fill the southern and the middle parts, leaving the northeastern end relatively free. There, so the legend goes, gathers the group of those great beings who are the custodians on earth of God's plan for our planet and for humanity. This group of knowers of divinity are the main participants in the Wesak festival. They arrange themselves in the northeastern end of the valley in concentric circles and prepare for a great act of service. In front of the rock, looking towards the northeast, stand those beings who are called by their disciples the three great lords. These are the Christ who stands in the center, the Lord of civilization who stands to his left, and the Lord, the Manu who stands at his right, and the Lord of civilization who stands to his left. These three lords face the rock upon which rests a great crystal bowl full of water.
The Christ is an office held by the disciple who through multiple lifetimes awakened his latent potential faculties and consciously climbed the tree of life, rung after rung, life after life, each time attaining the great initiation of self-realization. Upon reaching the heart temple, the sixth rung, he becomes a perfect master and enters the heart of the absolute at will. He bridges the heavens and the earth and anchors the light of the Christos, the energy of the I am that I am, which emanates from God the Absolute into each and every heart center of each and every human, unfolding as the divine forces of love, wisdom, and power.
Lord Manu, the Lord of living forms, is a title accorded to the forefather of mankind, who was the very first king to rule this earth. Legend has it that he saved mankind from the universal flood. Imbued with great wisdom and devoted to virtue, he always spoke the truth. In Manu's race have been born all human beings who have been called Manuvas, which means mankind.
Lord of civilization represents people from all spiritual paths, sends out the universal clarion call to the ascended masters, the teachers and the guardians who guide humanity, asking them to send light, love, and spiritual direction needed to build a world of justice, unity, and peace, awakening the will to love, stimulating humanity to live in cooperative unity.
Behind the grouped masters, adepts, initiates, and senior workers are to be found the world disciples and aspirants in their various grades and groups, either in the body or out of the body, who at this time constitute the new group of world servers. Those present in their physical bodies have found their way there by ordinary means. Many are present in their spiritual bodies and others in the dream state. The dream, which they later relate, has been uniformly registered by people throughout the world and bears the testimony to the recollection of an inner spiritual happening.
You may allow your eyes to close anytime you desire as we recite from the Lord of Civilization, the hierarchy of light invocation. From the south, we open the portal of truth and trust. From the west, we open the portal of mystery and magic. From the north, we open the portal of wisdom and knowledge. From the east, we open the portal of enlightenment and mirrors and bring forth the mirror of self-reflection. As above, so below. I call upon the hierarchies of light to transform the sacred space and transport us into the sweet valley now. I invoke the seven mighty Elohim, builders of our universe, to present here and now, and call the angelic hosts to sound. I command the archangels to anchor this sacred space with their swords of truth. Brilliant crystalline light descends upon us, envelops us, permeates us. As we breathe, in our higher spirit being fills our bodies with the divine light of perfection. Inhale and breathe in your own divine essence. Let your higher light, your higher being fill your entire body now. Breathe in and shine. The hierarchies continue to descend, bringing our guardians, guides, and teachers, the conscious circle of humanity, the brotherhood of the White Lodge, the guardians of the planet, the guardians of the universe, the guardians of the light are present and here now.
As the hour of the full moon approaches, a stillness settles down upon the crowd, and all look toward the northeast. certain ritualistic movements take place in which the group masters and their disciples of all ranks take up symbolic positions and form on the floor of the valley significant sacred geometrical symbols and other well-known formations, all of which have a deep and powerful meaning. This is all done to the sound of certain chanted words and esoteric phrases called mantras. The Christ blesses each symbol.
The square, foundation. The square represents the physical world and the four compass directions: north, east, south, and west. In the square, we have an emblem of the perfect right action and eternal justice that governs all things. The great elements of earth, water, air, and fire in service to all. Om Prakriti Dharma Om. Om Prakriti Dharma Om. Om Prakriti Dharma Om. The triangle. Creative action. As above, so below. The triangle pointing up is the assertive masculine principle force, and the triangle pointing down is the feminine receptive principle, the energy of action. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. Om Kriya Shakti Hum. The cross, the joining of heaven and earth. By using this sign of the cross in a conscious manner, we can create within ourselves a condition that is supportive of mystical experiences and expanded awareness. We, in fact, make ourselves open and willing channels for cosmic wisdom, universal love, and creative power to manifest in our lives and in the world. The jewel in the lotus. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The circle with the dot. Will. It represents the cycles of nature, evolution, and time, and it is a symbol of unity embracing all in infinity, without beginning or end, perfect and complete. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. The wielder of the thunderbolt and energy of the enlightened mind. Om Vajrapani Hum. Om Vajrapani Hum. Om Vajrapani Hum.
Now, take a few moments to light your candle. It will take a few minutes for you to do this process and view the stupas, which are surrounding Florence and Kabbalah. Let us stay in reverence of the moment as you light your candle. We will pause in silent meditation while contemplating the four stupas. Let us remain in the consciousness of peace, compassion, and harmony.
Okay.
The expectancy in the waiting, onlooking crowd becomes very great, and the tension is real and increasing. Through the entire body of people, there seems to be felt a stimulation or potent vibration, which has the effect of awakening the souls of those present, fusing and blending the group into one united whole, and lifting all into the great act of spiritual demand, readiness, and expectancy. It is the climate of the world's aspiration focused in this waiting group. These three words, demand, readiness, and expectancy, best describe the atmosphere surrounding those present in this sacred valley. All the participants and the watching crowd raise their eyes toward the sky in the direction of the narrow part of the valley. Just a few minutes before the exact time of the full moon, in the far distance, a tiny speck can be seen in the sky. It comes nearer and grows into clarity and definition of outline until the form of the Buddha can be seen, seated in a cross-legged lotus position, clad in his saffron-colored robe, bathed in light and color, and with his hand extended in blessing. The chanting and the rhythmic weaving grow stronger and stronger in the sacred valley.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om.
When the Buddha arrives at a point exactly over the great rock, hovering there in the air over the heads of the three great lords, a great mantra used only once a year is sounded. The Christ intones a great vibration into the center of the great central sun. A beam of pure divine light emanates from the heart of God, the Absolute, into the bowl, which pulsates and vibrates the crystalline structure of the water, transforming it into the elixir of life. I am, I am, I am. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. I am, I am, I am. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. I am, I am, I am. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Brahma Asmi.
This invocation sets up a great vibration or thought current, which is of such potency that it reaches up from the group of aspirants, disciples, and initiates who employ it to the supreme being we know as God, the Absolute. It marks the supreme moment of intense spiritual growth and revitalization. These effects last throughout the entire year. The energetics of this great invocation is universal and cosmic, and serves to link us up with the cosmic center of spiritual force from which all created beings have come. The blessing is poured forth, and the Christ, as the representative of humanity, receives it in trust for distribution.
Let us all raise our hands and face our palms to bless the water. Focus your attention and intention and send waves of harmony, peace, compassion, joy. Send that through your hands and into the water as we intone. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. The blessing is now complete.
The Buddha's annual service for humanity is over, and he returns again to that high place where he works and waits. Year after year, he comes back in blessing. Year after year, he and his great brother, the Christ, work in the closest cooperation for the spiritual benefit of humanity. Two aspects of divine light have been focused by these great sons of God as they act together as custodians of the highest type of spiritual force to which our humanity can respond. Through the Buddha, the wisdom of God is poured forth. Through the Christ, the love of God is manifested in humanity. And it is this wisdom and love which pour forth each Wesak full moon for the spiritual revitalization of humanity. The Great Invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, light streams forth into our minds. Light descends on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, love streams forth into our hearts. Love increases on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, purpose guides our wills, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call humanity, the plan of love and light works out and seals the door where ignorance dwells. Light, love, and power restore the plan on earth.
When the Buddha has again disappeared, the crowd rises to their feet. The water in the bowl is distributed to the masters, initiates, and disciples. This beautiful water ceremony of communion is the symbol of the new age which is upon us, the Aquarian age. The age of the water carrier is portrayed. We are ushering in the golden age of humanity, the story of the universality of God's love, the need for our individual purification, and the opportunity to share with each other that which belongs to all is perpetuated in this ceremony. The water which you are about to drink has been magnetized by the presence of the Buddha and of the Christ. It carries certain properties and virtues of a healing and helpful nature.
And now, focus your attention on your water. Holding your water in between your hands. Together in love and compassion, let us take communion and drink of the elixir of life. And as we drink, our bodies are filled with divine essence, a pure crystalline light, pulsating and vibrating light, moves through ourselves as they sparkle and shine, reigniting our divine blueprint. We bathe in this healing, loving, nurturing essence. We may drink together now. And as we complete drinking in the elixir of life, we take time together to integrate that which has been given as it fills the cells and re-energizes our body for the work that we do for the upcoming year. We go into our 10-minute silent meditation at this time. Enjoy.
It is now time to return back to the present space-time continuum. Please take a deep breath in and let it out. Again, let us take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your feet on the floor, the chair under you. Move your fingers and toes and fully return back into the present.
Thus blessed, the crowd silently disperses, and the master disciples, initiates, and others return with renewed strength for another year of world service. Oh, that concludes our reading of the Wesak ceremony, but we're not quite through with our ceremony. But that was an amazing reading of the Wesak ceremony. And I would like to thank everyone that participated, all the board members and all of you online that lit your candles and meditated. I'd like to now read our closing invocation that we always read at our full moon ceremonies. Father, Mother, God and Goddess, thank you for the blessings we have received. Be with us now as we leave this sacred circle and go forth into our daily lives, taking the energy generated here tonight out into our homes, our work, the people we love, and all we touch. May we be your open channels into this world each day. Aho. Thank you so much for being here. As you know, Spiritual Unity Movement is a 501c3, a nonprofit organization. We're an all volunteer board that you've seen here tonight. Every one of us that has read the Wesak ceremony is on the board. And I want to thank each and every one of you and everyone that has participated tonight. The donations that you give us are tax deductible. Liz can put up maybe in the chat where you can send in your donations or how you can send in a donation on PayPal. I think PayPal, right? Or no? Anyway, yes.
Yeah, you can do it on PayPal. There's a link in the chat. I'll put our address if you want to send a check.
Okay, thank you, Liz.
And remind everyone about tomorrow, Nancy. If you could.
Go ahead and do that, Frank.
Oh, okay, tomorrow night we have SUM2 up here in the Antelope Valley. So if you guys are in the neighborhood, you'd like to come and visit us, we'll be live and in person. Nancy will be with us as well. So come and stop by at the Center for Spiritual Living, and that's in Lancaster, California. And the address is 1030 West Avenue L8. That's in Lancaster, California. Thank you so much.
Maybe you can put that in the chat, Frank, the address.
Yes, I'll do that right now.
Okay. All right. If anyone has any prayer requests, we have a beautiful healing ministry that is our director is Florence. And if you have a request for a prayer request, you can put that in the chat and we will get it to Florence, who will get it out to a team of healers that pray over the requests. So trying to think if there's anything else right now. We'll be back next month. Look for our flyer for our next month's ceremony. And at this time, I think I'll turn it back over to Deena, who will give us our closing ritual.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been a wonderful Wesak ceremony. I saw energy flowing out of my hands as I was blessing the water. So thank you for the extra energy that all of you have generated here this evening. And as we come to the close of our beautiful full moon healing ceremony this evening, let us all together take just a moment to savor the centered focus of healing that we have generated here. And remember that as each of us lets our own light shine, that we are simultaneously in the moment, giving others permission to do the same. We are the grain of sand that has tipped the scales, because the scales have tipped. We continue to hold our light and to hold it bright as we ground in these new healing energies that we've just received in this evening as our gift to humanity. So together, we remember who we are, we breathe daily into that, and we stand in the memory that we matter and that we are important. So let us embody this spiritual power that we have generated and received from the forces of light as they have guided this service. Let us focus that energy. And if you still have water, a perfect place to focus your energy. If you still have your light from your candle lit, great place to focus energy. Otherwise, just focus your energy into the world, allowing it to rise up, to pour out this blessing into our beautiful world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind. And we're together going to extend a beautiful free-form Om of consciousness around our beautiful planet. And I invite you to unmute yourselves now and just continue toning in as the sacred tone pours through you. Feel yourself participating and drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself and sending it out into your life, into our world. So together, as we sound the Om, let us consciously extend it, this blessing to our planetary life. We extend it to Mother Earth, the animals, the trees, the air, and the water, as well as all those who are in need of healing today. For those that we would like to include in this healing circle, let's speak their names together silently or audibly. And you can even put them in the chat. And we will add that to our healing prayer list. Please do.
Thanks for Patty.
My kids are well.
Diane Smith and Anthony Mosby,
Everyone in Buffalo, New York.
all the people that I have promised to pray to send healing for to. Very beneficial. This entire universe and creation at any time now.
And with that in mind, we take the power, love, and intelligence that we've created, that we have joined, and that we are sending out. We send it out now. This healing light energy is sent out to transform the consciousness of humankind. And let us join together in a free form Om. Leave yourselves unmuted and let it begin.
Yeah.
Look at Leslie. Leslie.
Hi, you guys. I wish you could see the
moon.
moon over my shoulder. It's
Yes.
yeah,
We
it's almost
can.
a crescent already.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
because it's going into
Oh, yeah.
to
Soon
the
at the beginning
eclipse.
of it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Peek
it's
about
gonna
9
be
o'clock, I
dark.
think.
okay,
But
good.
we want to see the
gonna
early
be-
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
do.
gonna be blood red, and not very long from
I'm going
now.
to go and see it.
We all need
I
to
love
go
you.
outside.
Yeah, well,
We all need to go
Yes.
outside
Yeah, let's go
and look
see it.
at it. Thank
Blessings
you.
I'm going to see it.
All right.
Yeah, let's go outside.